Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 2 royal decrees. His Excellency the Minister of Housing stresses that the Ministry is making endeavours to develop suitable solutions to compensate the citizens whose properties have been affected by the Al-Batna Coastal Road project. The Shura Council Office discusses updated coding and merging institutes affiliated to municipality affairs within the responsibility of one government institution. The Ministry of Manpower seizes more than 1,400 labourers violating the work law in different fields. And the building of Al-Noor Association for the Blind is opened in the Wilayat of Suhar, and an agreement to establish the building of Oman Association for the Disabled is also signed. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issued 2 royal decrees. Royal Decree number 23/2015, appointing Dr. Abdullah bin Muhammad bin Salim Al-Fitaisi as an advisor in Sultan Qaboos University with the same grade and financial allocations. Royal Decree number 24/2015, appointing Dr. Hilal bin Ali bin Hilal Al-Sabti as Chief Executive for the Omani Medical Specialty Board with a special grade. The Royal Decree shall be published in the Official Gazette and come into force from the date of its issue. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President George Magveslavili of Georgia on his country's National Day. The Education Council approves forming a committee to follow up procedures of the implementation plan project and national strategic recommendations of education in the Sultanate 2040. That came during the Council's meeting today, chaired by His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al-Busaidi, Minister of Diwan of the Royal Court, Chairman of the Education Council. The meeting discussed the national strategy for education, which have been prepared based upon royal directives of His Majesty the Sultan to develop the education system in order to keep pace with the development process in the Sultanate on the educational, social and economic arenas. The Council also reviewed the memo of the Secretary General that included a vision study on the stages of the education recommended by the restructured study of education system of the Sultanate. The Council also discussed the report of the Minister of Education in terms of its needs of the educational cadres during the coming period. In a statement to Oman Radio and Television, His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed Al-Shabibi, Minister of Housing, stressed that the Ministry is making endeavours to develop suitable solutions to compensate the citizens whose properties have been affected by the Al-Batna Coastal Road project. He pointed out that instead of building alternative houses, as it was planned before, each owner of an affected house will be granted a residential land plot and a financial compensation. The house owner will sign a contract with the contractor to build his house the way he likes. This will accelerate the compensation mechanism and alleviate the long waiting issue. He added that the Ministry is currently completing the construction of 2,200 units. He further said that the owner of each affected house will get 45,000 Omani Riyals at minimum. This amount may be more depending on a number of factors, such as the number of rooms, the annexes and other technical issues. He concluded by saying that the Ministry now focuses on compensation and eliminating the difficulties facing the citizens affected by the Batna Coastal Road. Updated coding and merging institutes affiliated to municipality affairs within the responsibility of one government institution top discussions of the Shura Council Office 13th meeting for the 4th annual round. The meeting touched upon a number of letters and replies forwarded by the government ministries and bodies, such as the response of His Excellency the Chairman of the Board of Directors of Oman Oil Company on the request of surrounding violations of Sahara Aluminium Company and delay of carrying out the project of Tasawir Al-Washhi Road. His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Hilal Al-Mauli, Chairman of the Shura Council, presided over the meeting. The Joint Inspection Team in the Ministry of Manpower were able to seize more than 1,400 labourers violating the labour law in different fields during the period from 17th until 23rd of the current month. The index of the Joint Inspection Teams showed that most of the labourers are from commercial professions, whose number 1,200 trading labourers and 64 agricultural labourers and 53 housemaids. Through searching the violations, it has been noticed that 1,159 labourers are laid off and 211 labourers ran away and 23 were referred to the other authorities. The Ministry of Manpower said that highest percentage of violating labourers, which is 1,104, who were seized, are working in the construction field in Muscat International Airport. Still to come in the news bulletin. The Governorate of Dakhiliya witnesses moderate rains accompanied by hailstorms. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Heavy artillery clashes between Yemen's Houthi rebel groups and local fighters shook the southern cities of Taiz and Dalia today, and Yemeni officials said UN peace talks set for Geneva later this week had been delayed. Fighters and residents said 10 soldiers loyal to the Houthis and 3 southern militiamen were killed. In the southern city of Taiz, Houthi fighters pushed back tribal and militiamen amid heavy street combat, and Arab air raids hit the military base loyal to Houthis in the capital Sana'a today. Meanwhile, an aide to President Abdurrabbu Mansour Hadi said the Geneva meeting has been indefinitely postponed because the Houthis did not indicate their commitment to implement the UN Security Council resolution. Syrian government aircrafts launched at least 15 strikes in and around the ancient city of Palmyra today, following its fall to the Islamic State group. A monitoring group said the Syrian Observatory of Human Rights, at least 4 civilians had been killed in the raids, which were the most intense since the Daesh overran the city on Thursday. The Royal Navy of Oman Music Band continues its participation in Saint-Quentin Music Festival in France. The aim was to introduce the Omani music culture. The band presented various musical pieces and shows derived from the Omani heritage. Huge crowds of people gathered around the city streets to witness the shows presented by the band, which was the only Arab music band among the 7 participating countries. The people expressed their appreciation and admiration of the musical pieces and magnificent performance. A delegation from Nasser Higher Military Academy of Egypt visited the headquarters of the College of Command and Staff. The delegation were briefed about the college and its modern information technologies, as well as its role in qualifying and training the officers. The visit also included a tour in the college building with its different class halls and educational facilities. The Public Authority for Small and Medium Enterprises Development signed an agreement with Public Establishment for Industry or industrial estate to run and operate the pioneered incubator by the National Business Center. The agreement will help entrepreneurs to develop their businesses, train the staff working at the SMEs, and qualify them to contribute to the growth of these enterprises. Highlighting projects and innovations by engineering students and expanding their scientific awareness, topped aims of Third Engineering Forum, which was organized by High College of Technology in Muscat. The forum stressed the students' desire in developing and innovation in the field of mechanical, chemistry, and architecture. The inauguration of the forum was presided over by His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al-Aufi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Oil and Gas. The forum seeks to focus on the achievements by higher education institutions of technical engineering in the world and benefit from the educational and practical process, in addition to spread the culture of innovation. The forum offers students to have training and work opportunities through the exhibition of training and job opportunities. The three-day forum will include also a number of workshops, activities, and events. Sultan of Oman Tourism continues to make a splash at Expo Milan 2015, with visitors now pouring through the Sultan's Pavilion, one of the very largest of the global event. The pavilion theme, Heritage in Harvesting the Sea, Sun and Sand, sees is divided into the area that represent water, the oasis, the sea, and the traditions, an authentic representation of Oman. To further enhance Oman's presence in Milan, the Sultanate is being showcased in a stunning international photographic exhibition commissioned by the Minister of Tourism and curated by Anna Primoli. The Oman Harvest Beyond Landscapes exhibition features 50 stunning photos from 16 international photographers and runs until 27th of May this year. Salalah Airport expanding the internal roads, improving the enhancing Al-Dahriz and Al-Maghsil beaches are the main accomplishes project in the Governorate of Dhofar for the Kharif season. These projects came with the preparations of Salalah Tourism Festival that will include a number of cultural and entertaining activities. The Governorate of Dhofar witnesses in this period a group of projects to enhance and upgrade service and facilities, as well as promoting the tourism. The project will continue developing Akshak Al-Mudaybi area at Atin Plain. They will also include operating temporary Al-Sahra oasis and self-cleaning toilets. The preparation of the Governorate of Dhofar to receive Kharif season also contain promotion and awareness programs through establishing tourism information centers. Besides implementing promotion campaigns through media means, it's worth mentioning that the Kharif season astronomically starts on June 21st. Discussing data and provide advanced analysis for fisheries statistics indicators topped the discussions of fisheries statistics workshops in the Wilayat of Dukham in the Governorate of Al-Wusta. The workshop stressed the importance of following best electronic ways to have accurate number of fish quantities and names. It also clarified that the number of fishermen in the Sultanate reached more than 45,000 fishermen in 2014. The workshop was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Saeed Al-Aufi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth for Fisheries Wealth. The building of Al-Noor Association for the Blind was opened in the Wilayat of Sohar under the auspices of His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Kalbani, Minister of Social Development. It was financed by Sohar Aluminium Company. The building represented the branch of the association in North and South Batina, as well as Governorate of Lahira. It includes administrative offices, training and lecture halls, in addition to entertainment and other facilities. It aimed to help the blind to perform their tasks, as well as to facilitate social contact and acquire knowledge. An agreement was also signed to establish the building of Oman Association for the Disabled in Sohar. The wilaya of Samail in the government of Dakhiliya witnessed moderate rains that caused some wadis to overflow. The wilaya of Bidbid also witnessed rains accompanied by hailstorms. Here are some pictures of the rains. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues 2 royal decrees. His Excellency the Minister of Housing stresses that the Ministry is making endeavours to develop suitable solutions to compensate the citizens whose properties have been affected by the Al-Batna Coastal Road project. The Shura Council Office discusses updated coding and merging institutes affiliated to municipality affairs within the responsibility of one government institution. The Ministry of Manpower seizes more than 1,400 labourers violating the work law in different fields. And the building of An-Noor Association for the Blind is opened in the Wilayat of Sohar, and an agreement to establish the building of Oman Association for the Disabled is signed. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, thanks for watching. Good night.